So this video is for non-Arabs, non-Muslims, non-Palestinians, non-people of color, non-Indigenous people, non-minorities. See where I'm going? And it's about how you perceive the way Palestinians are talking about Palestine and the way that we are sharing our existence and the things that you call us or the things that you think about us when we speak unfiltered. And I will start by saying that my voice is not unique. I am not saying anything special. I'm not saying anything that's different than how other people are feeling. I am simply in a position of privilege where I can speak entirely uncensored and unfiltered. My opinions are very common throughout, we'll use the term BIPOC even though I hate it, the BIPOC communities. We all think like this. We all think like this at this level. So there is nothing special about the way that I think or the way that I express how I am feeling. Yes, I'm a writer. I have a skill that I'm able to flex, but when it comes to the ideas that I'm writing about, that's not unique to me. So if you know me in real life, or you knew me in real life, and I am the most aggressive person talking about Palestine or liberation or abolition, or if you just know me online and I'm the most aggressive person that you follow online, or you think that my tone is uncomfortable, it's likely because you have not surrounded yourselves with people who don't look like you. In my personal life, I've had people defend their inaction for Palestine or their neutrality on Palestine by validating their stance and their thoughts and their feelings with the opinions of other people who look like them and think like them. They're the same ethnic demographic, they're of the same financial demographic, and so they seek validation amongst people who look like them and think like them. And that's not real validation, because you are not taking into consideration the people who are directly affected by an issue like Palestine. Palestinians living in Palestine or throughout the diaspora. We will not validate those thoughts and feelings for you. We never will, because we know that they're wrong based off of our life experience and existence. And neither will other people of color or marginalized communities or communities that have been affected by colonialism. We will never validate those feelings for you because they're untrue. Again, there is nothing special about me. I simply don't have a job that I'm afraid of losing because I am my own boss, because I was threatened with losing a job in 2021 when speaking of Palestine, and decided that I wasn't going to let that be something that held me back from speaking my truth and speaking clearly on the liberation of my people. Everyone thinks like me and says the things that I want to say in a private, safe space. I just get to say them out loud. And so if you think that I am unique in the things that I say or in the tone that I use, it's likely because you have made it clear to people who are like me that you are not a safe space to share unfiltered and uncensored thoughts. If you have specifically Palestinian or Arab or Muslim coworkers, and they are not sharing the thoughts that I am sharing online, it is also likely because your work environment has made it clear that it is also not a safe space to do so. And the reason why it's not a safe space, why you are not a safe space for people like me, is because you refuse to do the difficult and uncomfortable work of decolonizing your thoughts, which is what we need in order to decolonize Palestine, which will then lead to decolonization of the world. If you are unwilling to get uncomfortable with the things that you know, and in the case of Palestine, if you are not Palestinian, I can promise you there's a lot that you don't know that you need to learn. You can't consider yourself an ally. You can't claim to be for liberation and justice for all people if you don't want to hear from the people who are seeking that justice and liberation. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Abolition is a very uncomfortable process. I myself had to go through a lot of uncomfortable things, had to unlearn a lot of things, had to relearn some other things in order to get to where I am today. Decolonization is a very uncomfortable topic. It makes people who are benefiting from colonization very, very uncomfortable. And every single one of us in the West, including myself as a Palestinian, we are benefiting from colonization. And so if you want to be a friend to Palestinians, if you want to be an ally, if you want to uphold this idea of solidarity with oppressed people. You have to be able and willing to learn about colonialism and colonization in order to deconstruct your entire thought process about how this world operates. Because then I promise you that everything that I'm saying and people like me are saying won't seem aggressive to you anymore. It will be very clear it is the only way to speak about Palestine and other issues like Palestine. And if you can't do that, or you don't want to do that, you're just going to have to step to the side. Because what you're doing right now is not going to free my people.